Greece bans obese tourists from riding on donkeys.
Here's a summary of the article.
Greece has banned fat tourists from riding on donkeys after campaigners said the animals were being left with spinal injuries. The move comes after shocking images emerged of donkeys climbing the narrow steps of the Greek island of Santorini holding obese holidaymakers. Lawmakers in Greece have since pledged to do more to help the animals. These state donkeys giving tourists rides in Santorini should not carry any loads heavier than 100 kilograms, or one-fifth of their weight. Under no circumstances should be used animals unfit for work, i.e., ill animal, injured, animals in an advanced pregnancy as well as animals with poor maintenance of hooves. Santorini is known for its hilly terrain and donkeys have traditionally been used to transport people over the famously stepped areas which vehicles cannot access, such as in capital Fira. In June, charities there claimed the explosion of fat tourists meant locals who are keen to get the most out of their animals were being forced to crossbreed the animals to create mules, which are bigger and taller and can carry heavier loads with more stamina.
This post received a score of 62,486, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Obese tourists are banned from riding the donkeys in the Grand Canyon as well. This should be a thing everywhere. It's really not technically geared toward just obese people. According to BMI standards I would be considered obese but I weigh a lot less than 100 kilograms. Someone who is 6 feet 5 could weigh 100 kilograms and they would not be obese. This is just a very much needed weight restriction.
I was thinking the same thing. Just impose weight restrictions like amusement parks do for rides regarding safety.
They did. They said the donkey should not be carrying more than one-fifth their body weight.
Could they find a really big donkey for fat tourists?
Maybe a mule.
Alternate headline. Greece demands fat people get off their asses.
This should be on your resume.
Ass advocate.
Are you top half lizard or a bottom half lizard?
Full lizard, just use reptilian tech to blend in.
Unfortunately, the life of a lizard man is rather mundane.
I'm in good shape and I wanted to ride them. As soon as I got on I regretted it. The poor donkeys were literally sweating and exhausted. We'll never do that again.
Because they've already been ridden by fat-ass tourists all day. I'd be exhausted too.
I'm a pretty fit 230 pounds, but 230 is still 230. I would absolutely feel sorry for those things.
Donkeys don't discriminate, fat or buff, heavy is heavy.
I'm fat and I'm very okay with this. Same here. I'll be honest, if I ever had to rely on a horse for transportation I'd probably hook a cart to it and have it pull me rather than put that poor animal through the trouble of holding up my fat ass.
Reminds me of a story about obese U.S. President William Howard Taft, who famously got stuck in the White House bathtub. Sometime after he had been appointed governor of the Philippines he sent a telegram to D.C. stating, "Went horseback riding today, feeling great." The response from one of the president's cabinet members was, "How's the horse?"
Thanks for signing up for Taft Facts.
No. Unsubscribe. Good for Greece. A donkey should be a working animal but no need to push them beyond their limits. Work doesn't mean suffering.
In Puerto Vallarta the donkeys has individual weight limits and maximum amount of times they could be ridden in a week. It's advantageous for promoters to not let donkeys be overworked and thus die. Why can't they do the same thing?
I'm very curious how they establish the weight limits per donkey. I assume they just use a percentage of body weight, but I'd prefer to imagine some most extreme elimination challenge for donkeys instead.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smry.com, without any human intervention.